Welcome, Pisces. This is your weekly focus for the week of August the 5th. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Okay, Pisces, let's turn to the cards. Let's see what they have to reveal for your week going forward. Our underlying energy is, look at this, the Wheel of Fortune for you, Pisces. Talk about transformation in your life. Talk about new energy coming in. This is a time to write your story. This week, give yourself 5 minutes every day to just write a little bit more about your story, about your adventure going forward. Write it in the present tense, but put in details, put in the joys, the smiles, the giggles, the laughter, the new habits and behaviors you formed in order to make it real, to bring it in, to make it tangible. This is a time to start writing your future, the next chapter. Absolutely. So it could be something towards work. It could be health and well-being. It could be, I don't know, it could just be your day in, day out routine and how it's changed because of what you've brought in, of what you've created, of what you've given birth to. Okay, first card out is the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, there should be something coming in, some kind of gift or reward for just who you are as a person. You know, every time you hold the door open for somebody, or you know, drop off a meal at to a shut-in, or you spend some time visiting somebody that you know doesn't have a lot of visitors. Whenever you do something like that, it comes back, okay, in some way, in some form. And this is a week when that could be happening. This could also be where we are looking at our relationships and the balance of our relationships, the harmony in our relationships. It's about your wealth, your power, your strength, your resources, your time, your energy, your vitality. Okay, it's always at a high commodity, isn't it? All those things in your life. And you being the person you are, you want to reciprocate, you want to help where you can, you want to pick people up where you can, you want to cry with somebody if that's, you know, what needs to happen. You want to bring in magic in other people's life. Absolutely. And you're trying to be all for everybody, and you need to stop and look at the relationships that really matter in your life, to understand where there are people in your life that are just taking advantage of your good nature, of your beautiful you. It's a time where you may be having conversations with certain people, or you just might be making space with certain people, but you're also embracing those people you love with all your heart, wanting to grow deep in that relationship into something. You know, it's like you want to create this perfect romance or this perfect relationship, and you see it in your mind. And I don't know if we can get perfect on this side of the veil, but we can aim for it. Absolutely. But I would also be flexible in my thinking and not give a part of yourself away through trying to win their love, their appreciation, their happiness, the harmony within the relationship. Don't give a part of yourself away. Don't compromise yourself, your power. Okay? There may have to be new boundaries set around this time. And those boundaries, if you're strong and determined about those boundaries, but you're also willing to negotiate, to collaborate, then maybe you can make some changes in the relationship that gets you one step closer to that perfect relationship, to that perfect romance. So, and you know what? The chances are any kind of conversations you have right now with a loved one, Mercury is retrograde, so Mercury will come back across this conversation in the not so distant future, and we'll have to, where we thought we settled things, it might come up for discussion again. So be prepared for that. That do not carve anything in stone. And then we'll get more information. We'll get more understanding. If we're open to it, we will get the information we need. And then we'll start doing different things about boundaries and love and comfort and beauty and having that as a part of your relationship. But then Mercury will come back one more time and, mix up that. So there could be a little bit of miscommunication there, and the clarity comes over the next month or two. So don't be too quick to take that conversation to the bank, because I think that there will be fluctuations in that conversations. Awareness and knowledge and wisdom, clarity will come in for both of you. And you'll have to go back to the drawing board several times. But it is the beginning of one step closer to that perfect romance. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. So now that we're all done with love, let's talk about your money. Look at this. Pentacles, Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. If this isn't a prosperity reading, I don't know what is. King of Pentacles sticks to the tried and true, very traditional in his stance. But he also has a living vine for a crown, which means that we have to think of new and innovative ways of tweaking the tried and true, the traditional, to make it work for us. Now, this could be in love and relationships, absolutely. This could also be in work and career for where it sets. So keep it open right now. But I'm going to lean a little bit more towards work and career because it's Pentacles, and that usually means growing your prosperity through work and career. But it could be that we're growing the relationship to, a great wealth of love and a deep trust and beauty between you and another. And we have the Three of Cups. So it's about creating the joy, the happiness, the celebration. Okay. And chances are, towards the end of the week, you might even get some good news that you want to celebrate. Okay. This could be a celebration too about you. Okay. The ideas that you're coming up with here. Okay. Whether or not they pan out, just love yourself for your inventive thinking, your creative thinking around this time. I think allowing your self expression out is paramount here, but more so, I think it's about getting it into a journal or saying it aloud to yourself, making it real, making it concrete, knowing it's one of your attributes, it's one of your talents, it's one of your abilities, it's part of your unique self that will drive transformation into exactly where you need it to go. So find joy and celebration. Overriding this energy is the Ten of Swords. I happen to love the Ten of Swords. Not many do. But I've also picked a deck where it doesn't look like a crime scene. Okay? Those swords aren't in your back here. They are behind you. You have walked through the fire. You have walked through the chaos, the sorrow, the challenges, the obstacles in order to get to the here and now. So pat yourself on the back. And yes, you may be tired. You might be like, I made it. I'm stopping now. But before long, you'll start to push yourself up because you have a new wealth of knowledge, a sage wisdom that you didn't possess before by going through some of the paths in your life to this point in time, in relationships, in trying to create abundance, prosperity, in finding joy, maybe in partnerships and relationships. Maybe you just need to search within and just find joy for yourself, love for yourself, because then it's so much easier to flow that love into more loving relationships. But more success, more happiness, more joy. But we're getting off topic. Back to the Ten of Swords, but which is, remember the 10, okay? Because I do the numerology. I don't do it for the weeklies, but I do it on the dailies. Every day I incorporate the numerology and what it means. And I do love it because I do the astrology and I do the numerology and I do a tarot and I do 2 different oracle cards, and all of the information blends each and every time. I mean, I'm in awe every time it happens. But here I'm going to include the numerology because I need you to understand that that is not endings. That is in preparation of the new beginnings. That 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune card disguised as exhaustion. Okay? The Wheel of Fortune is the 10th major arcana card. So know that this is, as the wheel turns, the sun will break through the clouds. As the wheel turns, you'll feel the warmth. You'll feel the vitality seep back into your body, into every limb, into every part of your being. Okay? As the wheel turns, you'll start to push yourself up. You'll brush yourself off. And as the wheel turns, you'll step into the new experiences, the new experience you had forged yourself for, you have strengthened yourself for. So this may be where we are more conscious of what we give in our relationships, what we give at work, okay? We're so used to only giving 10%, right? We know how to extend the break. We know how to get extra breaks. We know how to make it look like we're really busy when we're not doing anything or we're playing solitaire on our computer. And really, we're giving so little. We're only giving 10%, that we start to do that to ourselves in our own life, in our own direction. So I'm telling you to up the ante a little bit, to be a little bit more conscious of what you do at work, because even though you don't think eyes are on you because they want to promote you. They want to utilize your talents and abilities, or somebody is at least. And I think this is for the majority of you. Even if you're retired, even if you're just in the community, there are organizations, people within organizations who's looking at you and saying, you'd be great for our organization. I want you to come to a meeting. And before you know it, you're on the board of directors, and so it goes. So I don't know where I went there or what I said. I'll have to watch it. Cradling this energy is the Eight of Pentacles, exactly what I was saying. It is about raising the bar on what you do. You can do better. You might have more vitality or energy than you're actually throwing at it. You know that there are pockets of time where you could be doing something towards a passion, towards a dream, and you opt to do something differently. Now, I want you to look at your successes that you've had in the past, how you've gotten to this point. Okay? Here is the window. It's the archway that we have walked through. The curtain's ready to drop, but there is a light still in the archway telling us to look at our accomplishments in the past, how we've grown, how we have grown. And then here we are, we've just experienced a new moon, the new archway, the new pathway to step into. And it's about, realizing our true potential and what we could do if we just up the ante just a little bit on ourselves. Maybe change our routine in some way, our work habits in some way, maybe ourselves within relationships, growing those relationships with the true harmony, with the true love attached to it. Not by you giving up something, but by understanding each other a little bit better and setting some strong boundaries, healthy boundaries, and having that open and trusting communication. Okay, as we walk into the week, where's the deck? We have the High Priestess. It just gets better and better. You walk into this week with magic surrounding you. Magic surrounding you. And that might open up your eyes to what's going on within certain relationships, taking away your empowerment or your money or your time or your energy in some way that just shouldn't be acceptable. They're using you in some way. And maybe they don't even realize they're doing it, but you can see that they are. And it's also about the wheel turning, stepping into the new opportunities. So as you're writing the script to your new tomorrow, we have a little bit of magic coming in here, paying attention to our wishes, to what we're putting down. So make sure that you are putting in detail and you're allowing your emotion to spill out over the pages. With that magic too, that's when we could have that aha moment, that epiphany of how to incorporate something innovative, something new within the tried and true in order to truly take ownership of it. And it may also It may also enhance our relationships when we're out networking, when we're out socializing, when we're getting together with the people that we love most in our life. As we end the week, we have Pisces. I think you're getting the best rating of them all. The Nine of Cups, which is wishes fulfilled. Maybe that's the celebration, right? And you realize that some of your wishes have been fulfilled in some way, and now it's time to set new goals, new dreams, and new desires, new beginnings. And it could be personal. It could be you just want to feel healthier. So you're setting new goals in that regard. Or maybe you want to change your routine a little bit. You're finding that, if you move something to the morning, you're more productive trying to get that done in the morning rather than the afternoon, and you get it done in half the time. And so you free up a whole bunch of time just moving it by an hour or two, just knowing yourself a little bit better by paying attention to those things. That opens up the window to opportunity in your life. And I really think, we're zeroing in on work and career here, but let's pick a card and find out how close I am. Yeah, the Emperor. I rest my case. The Emperor is here. So we're filled here with pentacles and emotion and a little bit of thought. But there's all kinds of beautiful energy here for you. Now we got the Emperor. The Emperor is one of our highest intuitives in the deck. The Emperor is one of our strongest diplomats in the deck. So know that you are a lot more diplomatic. And I can tell you with it joining up with the King that you would automatically be more diplomatic. Um, and it's about the plan. It's about the strategy. And maybe you look towards spirit a little bit and ask, for their help and their guidance. But for the most part, you're putting together a strategy or a plan to take yourself um, through a transformation when it comes to what you do and who you are. It could even be school or something like that, a workshop, something to grow your skills, because we're going to the King to the Emperor. So there might be some kind of learning experience or mentorship that happens in order to really step into this person you are becoming. But it is about the strategy, and it is about seeing the end goal, the best life ever, the completion, the success. And when you're looking at it, you expect it to happen. You expect that or better. The failure isn't even in your vocabulary when you are the Emperor. So this is a really strong time in your life to start making the strategy, start making the plan to open up to your truest passions, your truest dreams. That will also reap a financial reward because of it. I think there's going to be a lot for you to celebrate. When it comes to love and relationships, we have the Death card. It's time to lay down the cloak, okay? It's time to drop the weapons. It's trying to just be maybe a little naive or a little bit gullible or a little bit vulnerable in love with your partnership. Maybe it's time to tear down some of those walls. Maybe it will be through conversations. Maybe you've been trying to get over their walls and it's just not happening. Okay, maybe you've been pushing, pushing, pushing on that door and that wall, and now you back it up to think it through, and you see that the door actually has a sign that says pull. That maybe you're complicating things just a little bit too much. You need to be freer in your self expression and your expression of love during this time. You need to feel a sense of liberation and freedom when you're with a loved one. And if you're feeling anything other than those two things, then the relationship needs work. There's magic here to be had within the relationship. And some of those relationships, you're going to realize that certain relationships are not healthy for you. Okay. And you're going to start to allow for a little bit more space. Maybe you don't want to bring that energy back into a stronghold in your life. Maybe they, in some way, tore you down or were very negative to anything that you aspired to. And maybe it's good to have a little bit of distance and recognizing that relationship for what it is. But there's other relationships that are going to reap great success in your life. Okay, maybe you're partnering with them. Maybe you are, um, you know, brainstorming with somebody, and that partnership grows into a beautiful partnership down the road. Okay, this is definitely a new beginning, and you've been preparing for this for a very long time. Guys, I'm going back here again to work and career, even though we're doing love and relationships. Sorry, I flipped back again. If you were to meet somebody, they could change your life. Absolutely. In a blink of an eye, they bring in magic, but they also bring in great wisdom. I think they have stature. I think they have connection. So maybe where you want to go, they happen to know somebody and can make a few phone calls and grant you an interview and then take it away. Show them what you got, show them what you bring to the table. Okay, it's more about showcasing yourself and making sure that you're not giving your power away. Okay, reclaiming your power. We'll pick one more card, and we've got the Two of Cups. So yeah, there could be new passions, new dreams, new desires that come out of this week. You start thinking about what you want, and you realize it's so much greater than what you used to envision for yourself. And that is because there's a lot of confidence and magic and beauty happening here too. If you recognize it, that will show you just how strong and capable you have become in order to step into that dream, that desire. When telling me again, Pisces, remember, I do love you.